a former professional baseball player, including a stint with the Montreal Expos. He's from Lachine here in the Montreal area, now living in Toronto, and does some baseball camps, including one coming up in the sun in the spring. So we'll talk to him about that. We welcome into the program Derek Aucoin. Hey, Derek, how you doing?
Hi, Matthew. How are you?
Very good. Yourself?
Very good, thanks.
Thanks for coming on.
My pleasure. Looking forward to it.
So it seems like there's a bit of news out your way in Toronto, baseball-wise, today.
Yeah, pretty much. Blew up Twitter, the Twitterverse, and everywhere else. Very surprising on one side, because the big question for me here is, what the hell are the Marlins doing? What's going on over there? They have a taxpayer-funded stadium that they promised a competitive team, and now suddenly, I think Giancarlo Stanton's the only guy left there.
Yeah, he wasn't very happy today on Twitter either. So
I could imagine. It's tough.
It's a very, very strange situation in Florida, and certainly Montrealers know all about who's running the show down there.
No, I know. And over here in Toronto, some of the funniest responses I've seen is "Take that, Farrell."
Derek Aucoin joining us here on the program. You can check out his website as well, which is derekaucoin.com, and Aucoin Derek on Twitter. In terms of this move for the Blue Jays, I mean, a lot of people kind of just say, well, they just got a whole bunch of injury-prone players. Do you like the move for Toronto?
I'm still sort of frustrated on what happened with the whole John Farrell situation. So I haven't really wrapped my head around this transaction. I think that on paper, you'll look at the starting rotation, I think they've gotten a lot better. If Reyes can be Reyes from a couple of years ago, they got a great leadoff batter. Obviously, they got rid of a lot of their top prospects, a lot of players going south there that the Blue Jays have been selling to their fan base for the last couple of years. So they're expecting to do something, and they're expecting to do something now. Big increase in payroll. I don't know the exact details of the financial arrangement between the Marlins and Blue Jays, but I expect some money coming to Toronto, but probably not that much. And it's a good move. It's what everybody's calling a blockbuster trade, but the game is played on the field. I don't know. I think you bring up a great point about the injuries.
In terms of what you're up to, I know you had a lot of camps that you went through throughout the province of Quebec, working with kids this past summer. What made you take this on?
Well, I've ever since I retired in '99, that's what I've been doing. I opened up a baseball center in New York City, and I've just been teaching baseball and doing camps. I'm one of the official clinicians of the Major League Baseball Players Association, so I do a lot of things for them. And then life happens, and I meet a lovely lady who actually works for TSN in Toronto, and move on up to Canada, back to Canada, and start a little family. And what I do and my camps and working with kids, that's my passion. That's what keeps me involved with the game, and that's what I love to do. So doing it in Quebec last year was sort of coming back to my roots. I did a tour of Quebec. My wife and I and our little newborn, we did 9,000 kilometers across the province of Quebec.
Wow.
Doing 2-day clinics. And actually, this upcoming summer, 2013, we're going to be back stronger than ever. Now we're going to double what we did. So, and then the winter program, well, this camp in Disney that you're mentioning, it is my 24th group that I take there, but it's the second time I take a young group of Quebec kids during their spring break, and I have the privilege of renting a field at ESPN Wild World of Sports. I'm one of the only guys that's able to have a private field there from 8 in the morning till about 1 in the afternoon. So we go hard in the morning. We have drills and different stations and scrimmages, and then the afternoons, the families, I build a nice itinerary for them so they're able to go in all the Disney parks and have a good time. So it's a family vacation, but definitely for the baseball lover in the family, there's a lot of fun activities planned in the morning.
Now, of course, we have the World Baseball Classic coming up in the spring, and Canada is always, one of the teams that's going to hopefully be there. They had a bit of a rough road, had to, re-qualify because of the lack of wins last time around. But obviously the talent is there. What are you seeing from the grassroots level? What are you seeing from the kids level when you travel to Quebec and obviously maybe even in Ontario where you are as well? Your thoughts on what the state of baseball, I guess, at the grassroots level right now?
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but last year was a very low number as far as Quebec's being drafted. I think there was one, and it was a low year. It was probably the lowest number in the last 5 or 6 years. And but there are more kids playing now than there was, for example, in 2004. Kids are coming back to play. They're playing not because they're associated with the Expos, and I know you work very hard with your Expos Nation and Expos project, but the kids that are playing now were probably 2-3 years old in 2004. So they're only playing for the love of the game, which is actually something that I appreciate tremendously. However, what I've identified and what I worked very hard on this last season is that we were not throwing the ball properly. The arm action wasn't good. A lot of kids were slinging the ball, weren't using their body in their lower half to throw the ball. So that was sort of my mission last year was to really get the kids to use their body when they're hitting, and more importantly, a good arm action to throw the ball properly. And that's what I saw was a big difference between the kids that I was working with down south or even the kids in New York, was that the arm action was a little better than the kids in Quebec.
Is that because the kids up here are mostly swinging hockey sticks?
I don't know. I'm telling you, and I know that you have a good group of guys that are just baseball fanatics. There's a lot of kids, and the kids that I see, they're eating this baseball up 10, 12 months out of the year, and a lot of these kids aren't even playing hockey, which is surprising because I'm also, my tour, the Derek Aucoin baseball tour, is sponsored by the Players Association, and they give me a couple of thousand packs of baseball cards and baseball stickers of all the major league stars. And our kids, they don't know who these guys are. They don't know Josh Hamilton or CC Sabathia, and they don't care. They're just out there playing the game, and they want to play it for as long as they can. And that's what I think. That's what I think is special, because they don't really identify themselves to even a Russell Martin or now Philippe Aumont, who's up with the Phillies.
Right.
But they're just out there playing the game for the love of the game, love being outside, and that's cool.
We of course have on our program regularly a buddy of mine. He's of course a scout for the Giants. Just got his second World Series ring.
Double A Ray.
Our buddy Ray Kalari, and Ray is certainly doing a lot of work with the NDG Lynx, who've become sort of almost the national team now of the country. I mean, he brought several levels to the national championships this year. So of course with a whole lot of work, but that's certainly very encouraging for Montreal area kids, is to see success with one program year after year.
No, definitely. And Ray's a passionate guy. Ray's a great baseball man, and it's the more guys that are out there just teaching the craft and having kids on the field, loving the game, respecting the game, the better off everybody is, and hopefully more guys like Philippe Aumont, keep making it big and having long careers.
Derek Aucoin, you can check out the website at derekaucoin.com or AucoinDerek on Twitter.com. And you can
the website for my tour, Matthew, not to interrupt, is
sure.
AucoinBaseball.com.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, AucoinBaseball.com.
All right. Excellent. AucoinBaseball.com if you want to check them out there. And I know that you're on the Twitter as well on a fairly regular basis too.
Yeah, I have fun with that.
Very cool. So we'll touch base shortly. Good luck with your camp. And if anybody does want to check out information on the camp, you can go to aucoinbaseball.com. Thanks so much.
Hey, thank you. Have a great night.